Yeah. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Chosen One with two guns, repping that EmZ Bitch TV. First thing first, y'all. Make sure you smash that sub button, like, share, comment, all the above, all that good stuff. Now check it. Today we got President Donald Trump and the terrorist Ab Baghdadi that was taken down Saturday. Now on Saturday, a group of 8 guys went in. They went into Northwest Syria, a group of 8 guys, right? They found out where he was, the building where he was in. He had the front of the building booby trapped. So the team couldn't come in through the front of the building because that shit just would have been blown. You know what I'm saying? Everybody would have got blown away. Imagine. And they only sent 8 people. Like, damn, 8 guys? Like, damn, that must have been the strongest 8 guys in America. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine 8 guys going to take down a whole terrorist? So these 8 guys come through, right? They couldn't go through the front because it was booby trapped. So they had to blow a hole through the side of the building to go in. So imagine this had to been like a whole. This had to been like a movie. Now, and you could imagine we're in 2019, right? So we know about all the gadgets and all the stuff that we got out here in America, right? So you already know. You could already imagine that every every one of those guys, every one of the 8 had stuff all over them, especially cameras. So each of them had a camera on them. Somewhere on them, they had a camera, probably 4K visual, the best Wi-Fi you could ever think about in the whole world. They had it. They got it. America. Come on. So President Trump is in his crib eating popcorn, watching the whole thing go down. He said it was awesome. This guy's like a kid. He said it was awesome. He said it was great. He said it was like watching a movie. That's exactly what he said. He said it was so dope. He said it was like watching a movie, bro. That's what this guy said. He said it was like watching a movie. So anyway, I got a little update about what happened exactly how it went down on Saturday. Cause as of like the past hour, a lot of people really ain't know. Like we know what happened, but nobody really know how it went down. And still we really kind of don't know. It's only what they tell us. So I'm just gonna read to y'all a little bit from the report that I got here. So yeah, Baghdadi, right? And one thing, he wasn't killed by the team of the 8. What happened was that after they went in and they blew that hole in the side of the building, they came in there. You already know they came in there blaming. You feel me? They blaming everything that was moving. So I think I read that like 20 people died. I think that's not a lot, but I think like twenty of those guys that was protecting him. So yeah, somehow he managed to get away and he ran. They said that he cowardly ran to the end of that whole building where he was located at. And where he was at, he went through a tunnel, kind of like El Chapo when he escaped prison. So he had a tunnel ready. I guess this is something that a lot of people with money do. I guess a tunnel thing is like a must. I don't know. I always hear in tunnels. So he had a tunnel. As he's going through the tunnel, he has no place to go. He's scared. He got 3 of his kids with him. So he had a vest with mad bombs and stuff on it. So right when he got to the corner where he felt like he couldn't go nowhere, like it was over, he hit the button. You feel me? And he blew himself. He blew himself and the 3 kids to smithereens, bro. Can you imagine? He had like a whole vest of all of that. Like he had to make sure he was gonna die. Like he wasn't gonna get captured. Like when you a terrorist, like terrorists like them, like Bin Laden and them type of people, you don't capture these guys. These guys are you go in to kill. That's it. It's just to kill. There's no capturing them, bringing them to America and making them do 40, 50 years. Nah, it's like, look, you gotta go. You got it, because there's no point of bringing them to America in no jail. If you think about it, think about it. What's the reason to bring a terrorist to America, put them on a plane? You know what I'm saying? To bring them to America, to have them see a judge and all of that. Think about it. That junk, like, you know what I mean? But anyway, real quick, I'm gonna read to y'all. The U.S. military operation that targeted ISIS leader Bakr al-Baghdadi got underway on the ground in Northwest Syria at 5:01 p.m. Eastern. So at 5 o'clock in the afternoon Saturday, these guys had just landed. You feel me? While a lot of us was chilling with the family, you know what I mean, having our day, like they landing. You know what I mean? They just landed like yeah, like some Black Ops 4 type. You know what I'm saying? And look, all this was going down, and none of us knew. I ain't know. I mean, there was people in the government that didn't know. Baghdadi's death was communicated by the Special Operation Forces when they declared jackpot at 7:15 p.m. Eastern. The senior U.S. defense official said President Trump joined the national security team in the Situation Room as the operation got underway. I'm guessing he went in that room. He sat down. They probably had like a projector with like 100 inches, and he had his popcorn and he eating like this. Oh, 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 oh. You know what I'm saying? Because he had clear view of the whole thing. 8 guys, 8 cameras. And I'm just saying one each person. They probably had a few cameras on each one of them. They probably had one in the front and the back and the side, so you could see a whole 360. I don't know. I could just imagine. You feel me? With the technology that we got now, I could just imagine all of that. The official said 6 enemy fighters were killed in the raid, and the 11 children who were safely removed from the house were turned over to a responsible party that had been identified. Okay, so 6 of them, 6 fighters. Damn, 6 fighters. This guy was only around six goons. Damn, he must have been low on money or something. Cause man, 6 goons. Like you was protected by 6 guys only. He must have really thought it was sweet. He must have really thought nobody was gonna find him. You know what I mean? Like he really thought he was good. Like that's the only way, cause to have 6 guys around you and you know that you're the enemy of America and the European, because Europe, they got beef with them too. You feel me? Cause what they were doing, like nobody rocks with that. You feel me? They had slaves. They were raping. They were doing. I'm talking about everything that you could imagine bad. That's what this guy was doing, his operation and everything. I think you could think of the worst this guy was doing. Everything bad that you could think of, that's what was going on. And that's why they had to make sure they got to bring this guy down, man, because he came out after Bin Laden was taken down. He started emerging. You feel me? And in 2011 was when they first put out a reward of 10 million in 2011. By 2014, it was up 25 million by 2014. So I could imagine before Saturday, that junk was probably like 40, 50 million. You know what I'm saying? Because that goes up. The longer you are out, your reward value goes up and up and up. The longer you are out, that they can't find you, it keeps going up and up. By the time they supposedly found Bin Laden, I think his reward was like, I think 100 million or something like that, 150 million. It was a whole lot of money, because the more money you put out there, the more people going to actually try to work with America, because they looking at the money. They like, oh my God, like any information that you know of this guy, we will reward you. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine somebody finding out where this guy was staying at? They probably was dying to get that information. Like, you know what I mean? The tunnel where the ISIS leader detonated his suicide vest particularly collapsed, and the forces on the ground had to recover the remains from the rumble while being cautious about any improvised explosive devices. Another thing, they don't know. They don't know what's really in that building. So just imagine every move these guys did, every corner they turned, they had to look at the floor, they had to look at the ceiling, they had to look at the walls. Can you imagine moving like that? Every step you take, you worry that you might blow up. Like every step you're walking, you could easily trip over a string from this wall to this wall, a string, and the second you touch that string, boom, the walls just come down on your butt. You know what I'm saying? Like they had to think about, they had all of that on their head, you know? Night vision. I'm talking about straight off the movie. President Trump said he watched the whole thing while eating popcorn. That's crazy. It was only when the U.S. forces were out of harm's way did the president tweet good news was coming. Of course, I mean, think about it. The president ain't about to be tweeting nothing he not 100% sure. He ain't about to tweet victory and come to find out this guy pops up somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere down the line, he pop up on the live talking about, ha ha, you thought you got me. You know what I'm saying? So he had to make sure the mission was complete before he tweeted and anything. And why does this guy like to tweet? I don't know. This guy's the first president to be tweeting. Like, I don't remember Bin Laden. I mean, Obama tweeting like this guy. And if he did, it probably was like on some cool stuff. Like, but this guy tweets like nothing. Like he not the president of America. You feel me? Like he be tweeting. He be on Twitter like he not just the president. Like he just a regular guy on Twitter. From 2011, a reward of $10 million was offered for Baghdadi by the U.S. State Department, increasing to $25 million. Oh, in 2017, my bad, I said 2014. 2017, and increased to $25 million for information or intelligence on his whereabouts. For information, dogs, just in little information about this guy. $25 million. Just imagine, them phones was probably ringing. Oh, I think he's over here. I think he's over here. That must have been a headache too for America. If you think about it now, think about it really. You know, for information intelligence of his whereabouts. To enable capture, dead or alive. They say dead or alive, but we all know it wasn't no alive in this. It was strictly dead. If they found this guy, he was gonna die, bro. There was no capturing him, putting him in handcuffs and reading him rights. No, none of that. It was gonna smack him around if anything, and then pop him. You know what I'm saying? Probably embarrass him or somewhat. All left off that. All right. On the 20th October 2019, al-Baghdadi killed himself and 3 children by detonating a suicide vest during the Barisha raid. So that's the name of it. It's called the Barisha raid. That's the name of the whole thing. The Barisha raid, conducted by the Joint Special Operation Command's JSOC, 1st Special Forces Operational Detachment Delta, SFOD-D, commonly known as Delta Force, in Syria's northwestern Aleppo province, according to a statement by President Donald Trump. And this guy, Baghdadi, had several names too. He has several names, it says here. His name was Abu, my bad, I said Abdul. His name was Abu al-Shabar, Khalif, what is that? Shakim, and Faram. Damn, this guy had like 5 names. Sounds like a regular street guy to me. In 2018, Reuters reported that his real name was Ibrahim al-Samurai. What the fuck? Yo, what the fuck? Yo, this young man, listen. In 2014, the Telegraph reported his birth name was Ibrahim Award Ibrahim al-Badri. Damn, bro. I just named like 8 names just now. Literally, like 8, dog. Now, can you imagine looking for somebody with 8 names? Wow, that's funny. This guy was born in 1971. 1971. Man. Yeah, I heard a lot of people were upset, like people that like are in the government and stuff, because President Trump ain't tell him that he was sending 8 people over there to go get this guy, man. Like, you know what I mean? Some people want to know about this before it happens, man. You know, nobody, you know what I mean? There's people in the government that want to know this before it happens. Ain't nobody trying to hear about this in the news. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody else. Like, I could imagine how furious people in the government was when they found out about this the same time we found out, and we're just told certain information that we will never know, and they finding out at the same time as us. I could see, like, you know, I could see tension in that. You feel me? especially if you down with the government. You know what I mean? You gotta feel like, hey, I should know this jump. You feel me? What's wrong with y'all? But yeah, man. So he blew himself up. I thought that they murked him, but he blew himself up. There's a picture right here of the tunnel around the area where he detonated the bomb. And I'm looking at it right now. All I see is basically rumble. You know, like the rumble of when after something blows up. The rumble. Was that what it's called? The rumble. Yeah, the rumble or whatever. I'm looking at it. All I see is like a bunch of broken bricks, cement blocks, just like how you would expect. You feel me? Metal bars all over the place, a whole bunch of dirt, dust, powder. You know, the tunnel. I'm looking at it. It is collapsed. A bomb blew up, and you know what I'm saying. So of course that junk gonna collapse. It says here. I'm just gonna read this part real quick. New details emerge. A years-long hunt for Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi came to a dramatic end this weekend as U.S. forces overcame gunfire or booby trapped an explosive vest during a raid in the Northwest Syria. The ISIS leader blew himself up when cornered by U.S. military personnel who conducted the 2-hour nighttime raid. So it only took them 2 hours. It only took them 2 hours. That's pretty good. If you ask me, that's pretty damn good. 2 hours. They landed. 2 hours later, their mission is complete. That's good. That's good. Sometimes in America, you got people that be doing stuff and they be out there for hours. You know what I mean, with hostages and all types of stuff. So for them to do this to a guy like that in under 2 hours, that was a definite special force. You know what I mean? Special force move. Baghdadi, who declared so-called Islamic Caliphate in Iraq and Syria in 2014, was one of the most wanted terrorists in the world. Baghdadi's demise is another blow for the terror group, which has faced increasing pressure in recent years. But ISIS is far from over and could even be poised for a resurgence. So you know what that means, right? That means that our war obviously is not over. America, well, Trump took down one guy, right? And what happens when one of these guys is down? They get taken down. Usually another one emerges. Somebody is gonna follow this guy's steps because there's always somebody that wants to be the boss, right? In everything, and that just like in life, period. There's always somebody somewhere that's waiting for your demise or waiting for you to die or waiting for you to get bagged, waiting for you to go to jail or whatever situation, just waiting for you to take that L so they could creep up in the game and take your spot. There's always somebody ready to take your spot. That's you know what I'm saying? Always somebody ready to take your spot. It is what it is. And that's with everything in the world. It don't matter what it is. Just like how there's always a guy ready to take your girl, the same type of thing. You feel me? So, yeah, the war is not over. It is far from over. That type of thing, I don't think that will ever end, yo. Cause the only way to end something like that I'm thinking is like you would have to literally blow up the whole country, bro. But you can't do that because you got innocent people in there that don't have nothing to do with that. You feel me? It's like in America. You can't have somebody, you can't, I'm just an example. You can't have Japan or you can't have Asia or whatever, or Japan or China. You can't have them like beef with us just because a few Americans probably went over there and did some bull. You can't just beef with the whole America and come over here and just start spraying people all over the place. No, you got to go for who? Only the bad guys. Cause why? Cause it's just the right thing to do. You know, what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong, no matter what country you're from. You feel me? It's just like having slaves is bad everywhere in the world. Okay, you got some places that it might be normal, but in reality, you're not supposed to be a slave to nobody. You're supposed to be your own person, work, get up, go to work, take care of your family, eat, sleep, ish, and go. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. Do the same thing over the next day. You know? So Like I said, man, this can't end because you'd have to blow up the whole country, and you can't do that. You can't. You got mad kids, females, and even men that just don't got nothing to do with that. You know, like how you think they found out where Baghdadi was at? How you think they found out? They found out where this guy was at by their own people in Syria. There's people in Syria that was also against this guy, but they didn't have the power to go against him. They didn't have it. They didn't have the power. They ain't have the intelligence. They ain't have the armory. They ain't have nothing, nothing. No gun, not enough guns, not enough nothing, you know? But what they had was what? They had information though. They had a spot, you know what I mean? They had the location. That was good enough for America. You feel me? When some whoever it was, I think I read it somewhere it's here, but it's gonna be a minute for me to find it. But I read it earlier because when I before I went live, I was doing like a whole lot of reading for half an hour. But yeah, there's a group of people over there that was against this guy that was in contact with America 24/7. Anytime they would find out any information, pick up the phone. Yo. Yeah, this is America. Yeah, tell Trump that we got this one guy and he said that he think Baghdadi might be in the northwest of Syria, not in the northeast. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. And little by little, they got to find this guy until they really found out where he was at. 1,000%. That's when they went in with the group of eight. And that's why I'm guessing they went in only with eight people because they knew all they needed was eight. You know what I mean? It was like, look, man, we don't need 50 goons. We don't need the army. All we need is America's top eight. America's top eight to go in there. Delta Force down, bro. And it worked. It worked. That junk worked, you know? But the war is not over. Oh yeah, one more thing, y'all. So President Trump goes and tweets about a dog that was what was it right here? What was it? Something about a dog. Hold on, I'm just gonna read to you what he said. We have declassified a picture of the wonderful dog, name not classified, that did such a great job in capturing and killing the leader of ISIS, Abu Bakr Baghdadi. And it shows the dog. You know, it's one of them German Shepherd type dogs, because those are the smartest dogs in the world. You know? So yeah, so he tweets about that. That's crazy, right? That's how you know something is off with this guy. 'Cause instead of tweeting like the eight guys that was there, or maybe they probably don't want to be on TV, probably, right? They probably don't want to be on TV. But this guy tweets about a dog before a human. But like I said, maybe they ain't want to be on TV. I don't know, you know? But I still find that kind of funny. It says ISIS informant provided a piece of Baghdadi's underwear and blood sample that confirmed his identity. Damn. Underwear? That's how hard America go. You see that? America ain't nothing to play with, bro. I'm telling you, we got the best of the best out here. I'm telling you, America is not a force to be reckoned with, bro. I'm telling you, ain't no country in the world can rock with America toe to toe. Not really. And they know that, and they know that. Trust me, they know that. They know America is number one. We got everything. We got nukes. We got all types of stuff. You feel me? We got stuff, man. That they look. We got stuff that they could send one plane over there and drop a tank or something, and gas would just leak out and will turn the whole town into zombies. You feel me? Drop an Ebola virus on the. You know what I mean? It'll drop the A virus with the Ebola mixed together and turn into zombies. You know what I'm saying? They could do that if they want, bro. What do you think? You don't think they got stuff like that? Of course they do, man. They got all type of stuff and gadgets and stuff like that. I could just imagine, bro. I could just imagine the type of gadgets they got. You know? Let me see what else I see here. Oh yeah. Also, this is before I leave. This is actually very funny to me because Trump is a funny guy. Trump is a very funny guy. You know what Trump said? Trump said that Baghdadi, before he died, he said that he was whimpering. He was whimpering and crying like a little girl. Babe, he said that just like that, but without the little girl part. He said that Baghdadi was whimpering and crying before he blew himself up. I just do not see that happening. I just don't. I don't see a terrorist guy that think he about to blow himself up in a minute or no, to be whimpering and crying to an American. Oh, please don't kill me. Now these guys don't care about their life. They blow themselves up for fun sometimes, you know, for not for fun, but for a leader or whatever, for a cause, they would blow themselves up. Man, this guy had a whole vest on with that all over. One button, boom, a whole tunnel came down. Three of his kids was with him. He said, "We all going up." Took the whole family with him. You know, this guy probably had like mad wives, so I doubted that he had one wife. He probably had like 50 wives, so that ain't really gonna count. You know what I mean? You can't just go kill his guy wife because he got 50 of them, so that don't really count, right? So yeah, it says here, top U.S. general doesn't know the source of Trump's claims that Baghdadi was whimpering and crying. Asked about President Trump's comments on Sunday describing ISIS leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi as crying and whimpering shortly before his death, Joint Chiefs of Staff Chairman Jen Mark Miley said, "I don't know what source of that." That's what he said. That's what I don't know what. No, I don't know what the source of that. Like I said, I think that's something that President Trump just really freestyled, bro. I think he really just came up with that whimpering and crying thing. I heard this in the radio today in the morning. This is the first time I'm hearing about all of this. Even though it happened Saturday, I found out about this early in the morning. I did a live this morning, and me and the EmZ family was talking about it in the morning. You feel me? And I said I'm gonna do a video about this later once I do more research and stuff like that. You know, because this is big. I just didn't want to go into this with what I heard this morning in the radio. And plus I was half asleep. I was in a taxi. So I said, you know what? Let me do my research. Let me read a few things, and then when I'm prepared and ready, I'll do my video, go live, and then I'll have everything set up. I got 3 different pages open right now. You know, so Miley added, this is the guy that's talking about he don't know where the president got this whimpering and crying stuff. Miley added he believed Trump had plans to talk to members of the unit that carried out the raid that resulted in Baghdadi's death. Then he said, "I assumed it was taking directly to unit members," Miley said of Trump's comment. Miley said he had not yet spoken to members of the unit. Sound like he's talking about G unit, right? And had not heard the characterization himself. Talking about the whimper and stuff, you feel me? On Sunday, Secretary of Defense Mark Esper said he also had not heard Baghdadi last month characterized that way. You see what I'm saying? This guy made that up, man. That's it. He made that up. There's no proof for none of that. But it's funny, right? It's funny that President Trump talks like this, like whimpering and because you gotta think about it. What he's doing right now is that dissing he's dissing that the ISIS people. He's throwing shots. That's what he's doing. This guy, he's like a kid sometimes. What he's doing right now by saying whimpering and cowarding, what President Trump is doing by doing that is that he's sending shots over there to the rest of the people. Like, yeah, we had your leader like a little bitch in the corner, like a little bitch. Hey, don't kill me. Can I live? And I don't care. Hey, this is not my fault. That's how he's acting. Like, you feel me? Like, yeah, we had your leader like a bitch, bruh. Yeah, like this guy, I'm telling you, man. This guy has some ghetto stuff in him because that's ghetto, bro. For real. Come on. That's some ghetto stuff right there. Oh, man, we had your peoples whimpering and crying, B. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's like that, you know? But like, an East Coast version of that. You feel me? He gonna say it in his version of who he is. You feel me? A rich white guy, right? President Trump. So he gonna say it in his way. But I knew something was off about that whimpering and crying. But I found it so damn funny though, because after I thought about it, I said, nah. He invented this whole whimpering thing. Like, there's no way a leader, a terrorist guy like this. You know what I'm saying? Like one of the deadliest guys in the world, right? In the world, right? To be a coward at the end. especially when he know in his head that he about to blow himself up. Nah, bro. This guy is not about to cry to nobody, knowing that he's about to blow himself up. The only time you do something like that is to what? Is to make them feel sorry for you not to kill them, right? That's the only time somebody's gonna be like, "Oh, nah, yo, this is yo, nah, chill, chill," because they probably want to be alive. He knew he was going to detonate that junk. He knew that. So why would he be a wimp or a coward knowing that he's about to blow himself? You know what I mean? But me knowing what I know, from life, I knew that that he was trolling. That he trolling, bro. The president be trolling once in a while. Y'all just gotta peep it, like, and he's not even that nice with trolling, but it'd be funny because the way he say it. You know what I mean? And mind you, he got nothing but yes men around him. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All day. Yes, sir. You know what I mean? This guy been used to this his whole life because he's been a millionaire his whole life. So he's been around yes men his whole life. So he doesn't see none of that as wrong. You feel me? Only time he will see anything as wrong is if he was to get in trouble. But he hasn't gotten in trouble, right? He hasn't gotten in trouble. The president hasn't gotten in trouble since he's been president. As far as I know, he hasn't gotten in trouble. I haven't seen him get punished in no sort of way for anything that he tweets or says or does, right? He does what he want. He does what the hell he want, B. What's good, family? Medusa, Andre X, Fresh Prince, what's good? President over here sending shots, man. He said he had their boss whimpering and cowering. You feel me? That's he said that too. He really said that. He really said that, man. They jump funny, big. Prince said Trump is trash, only a matter of time before he gets his. Trump ain't gonna get his. Come on. Trump is gonna be fine. Trump is gonna be fine. Ain't nothing gonna happen to that man. That man gonna live to be an old man, just like what's his name from Playboy? Hugh Hefner. Hugh Hefner got to live. He passed away when he was like what, 85? That's pretty good to me. He was rich his whole life too. You feel me? That's pretty good. If you rich your whole life and you pass away at 80, 85, you had a good run. You had a good run. What's bad is if you rich like that and you die at 35, 40 years old, you're like, damn, you could have pulled at least 30 more years. But I don't know. Ain't nothing gonna happen to Trump. Trump gonna be president for another term. He's gonna do a whole nother 4. I can't vote anyway. But even if I was, I wouldn't vote for him. I wouldn't even vote at all, to tell you the truth. You know what I mean? My vote ain't gonna make no damn difference. Yeah, I know, Prince. I know. Prince said I just don't like Trump. I know. Oh man. Trump said Trump was sending shots, man. This guy's a funny guy, bro. He's a funny guy, bro. He said we had your boss whimpering and he said whimpering and crying, dog. But that's not good though. You know why that's not good? Because what he's doing is that he's poking. He's poking at the enemies because the enemies are not gone. He just took out one person. Okay, he's saying this is the top guy. He might not be the top guy because you got to remember, President Trump is gonna say that he's number one, that he's the worst guy in the world, so he could look like he did something so great. You feel me? So whenever he leaves after being a president, he can always go back and be like, "Yeah, I took down the number one terrorist in the world, Baghdadi, when I was a president. What did you do when you was a president?" You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's always gonna say that. I took down the number one terrorist in the world, the evilest guy in the world. I took him down. I sent out 8 guys over there. In less than 2 hours, we had him whimpering and crying to the point he had to detonate a bomb with him and 3 of his kids. Yeah, that's how we do it over here. That's what I did. That's the work I put in. What did you do when you was the president? You feel me? I'm just that like that's the type of stuff he could say because that's gonna be on his. That's like his. That's like on his report. That's like a report. You know what I mean? Like being a president is a job, right? Because he's getting paid how much? 250,000 a year, something like that. How much a president make a year? I think they make like a quarter million a year, something like that. A president makes about like a quarter million a year. Of course, he's not doing it for the money. He just wanted to be president because he was bored. To me, Trump became president because he was bored. And I think one day he woke up and was like, you know what? Let me be president of the United States. Or somebody put that idea in his head and was like, yo, you should try to be president. Maybe you can be president. You got to buy votes. And somebody probably put that in his head, and he put the plan in motion and got it popping, bro. He got it popping. He's a businessman. He's the type of dude that when he put his mind into something, he gonna do it. He gonna do it, bro. Well, how you think he got to where he's at right now? He ain't get to where he's at by slacking. You feel me? Not by slacking. You know. But this guy's a funny guy, man. Prince said he didn't do anything. The special ops did. I know, but he gonna make it seem like he did. That's what I'm saying. He gonna make it seem like he did. You know, that's gonna be his background, his report after he's done being the president. That's it's gonna be all in the report. Like, yeah, when President Trump was president, and in the year 2019, October 26th, exactly at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time, he took down the number one terrorist right after Bin Laden. That's always gonna be it's always going to be there no matter what. He did something that he put in history. What he did. This will always be in history no matter what. No matter what. 50 years from now, 100 years from now, our kids are going to learn about this in history class. You feel me? Like it or not, like it or not. I'm just, because you know how we do it in here. We do 100 over here. Even if you like the guy or you don't like the guy. I don't like the guy, but I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm not gonna sit here and say that he not rich and that he, you know what I'm saying, and that he not this and that, knowing that he is. You know what I mean? Just like how I knew he was gonna be president, and people are like, no, he's not gonna be president because nobody wants a rich guy president. I said, okay. All right, say that, right? Okay. And he won. And he won with flying colors, too. Nowhere near losing. You feel me? And he's going to win again. He's going to win again. I'm telling you. And I don't know who would have to step in the picture to beat that guy right now. I don't know who. Jay-Z, you maybe even Kanye West. Not to be funny though. Not Kanye, but I thought about this like I think it was a week ago. I'm about to get off, but I thought about this. I was like, yo, I think if Jay Z wanted, because Jay Z is the richest rapper. I think if Jay Z wanted, if he really, really, really tried, and he puts it all in it, I think Jay Z can become president, bro. Word is bond because the way I'm looking at things going nowadays, to me it's looking like whoever got money or clout can be a president. You feel me? It's not about what you know. It's not about going to the army no more. Cause remember how back in the days our president had to be from the army. I don't, not that they had to, but back in the day that was like a thing. You feel me? Like to be a president you had to serve our country. You feel me? You had to had fight for our country. Now you can be a president just for being a rich bastard. You feel me? So if you can do that, Jay-Z can be president maybe. You feel me? That's how I'm looking at it. Because remember, after he's done with the 8 years, he can never be president again. So no matter what, we are forced to move on to something new every time. It's not like a governor, you know what I mean? A mayor, I don't know, a mayor that can be mayor for like 15 years straight. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever until he's done. When you are president, the most you can do is 8 years, right? That's the most you could do is 8. They do that for a reason. There's a reason they do that. They did that so they would have those their force to get somebody else, just in case if they have somebody ready to do some bull that they needed to do to the world or in the world. They had that president already lined up for them already. Okay, after this president is done and he's not and he can't, he already done with the eight. No matter what, we gonna bring this one in, and then we're gonna do this and this and this and this and this while he's president. They can have all of that organized way before a president is even a president if they want. You know, I'll take Jay-Z as president. I would, and I think a lot of people would too. After this, after what we just saw, I think so. I think Jay Z will win. I'm saying, if just imagine Jay Z puts up like $500 million, like he just grabbed like half of his estate and pushes all that money into being a president, campaign like a mug all over the place. He had Beyonce help him. Beyonce will put all that work in helping him. She gonna look like Obama, like Obama's wife did, like Michelle Obama looked like when she was standing next to Obama. That's how Beyonce gonna look standing next to Jay Z. You know what I mean? And think about it, Jay Z's already aligned with the right people already, right? It can't. It wouldn't. I don't think it would be too hard for Jay Z to make that happen. You know. But I'm about to get going, y'all. I just want to do this update. If I find out anything new about this situation, y'all already know I'm coming back. But yeah, it was interesting to me because they ain't really say nothing about what happened Saturday until like a few hours ago. As far as like them landing at 5:01 p.m. Eastern time, and by 7 like 10, the guy who had already blown himself to smithereens. Like I ain't know what time none of this happened. You feel me? But it's good to know that, because we Americans, you feel me? We have the right at least to know this. We have the right to know all of this, because now there's gonna be another terrorist coming that's gonna want revenge on what this guy just did Saturday. And mind you, this is just from what we know. We don't really know what happened that day. Maybe some other stuff happened that's never supposed to come out. That's so messed up. We don't know. We just gonna know what they want us to know. So with that said, you just gotta be prepared for anything, any situation. You feel me? EMZ gang.